That long Batman video is done, I could finally beat these allegations of Steven Universe. Because if you watch Steven Universe in its totality and still think fusions were sexualized, I don't know what to tell you. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the act of fusion itself, not what happened to the fusions. This is more prevalent on YouTube, but I got one comment specifically that gave 5 examples of when fusions were sexualized. Some of those examples were terrible and the rest were just not good. Now y'all strap in because I'm about to go point for point with this. So the first example given was when Amethyst dove into the coochie to fuse with Garnet. However, if you slow down the footage to about 0.25 times, you can clearly see that not only did she not jump into her crotch, she just essentially tackled the shit out of her. Now the second point doesn't make any sense because this ain't got shit to do with fusion. This is just about her romanticizing being with Rose. Now one part of this shit has fusion in it at all. Point number 3 was about the Stevani episode. However, that don't make sense either. Now what you are talking about is when Kevin pulled up on Stevani. A whole nother thing entirely and doesn't have anything to do with the act of fusion. It was about the fact that Stevani as a character was the only person at that dance that was willing to be themselves and just go crazy on the dance floor. No one else was dancing but just watching Stevani, making them extremely uncomfortable and isolated as hell, as they have the same anxieties and insecurities as Steven and Connie. On top of that, Stevani kept getting pulled up on by Kevin, who was being hella invasive. Now where this person truly messed up is when they used Garnet as a point. Not only is Garnet arguably the best character of the show, she's the embodiment of an almost perfect relationship. A relationship where two people embody loving each other so much they became an individual instead of being individuals. And to make matters worse, they made me have to do something that they could have done by themselves, which was Google the word elope. Because what part of that word even has sex in the definition? Also, I like the fact that you bring up that Pearl didn't want Steven to see the Sugalite fusion, because that showed you ignored the whole episode. That was because of the fact that she's embarrassed of and does not like Sugalite. Meanwhile, while Pearl and Amethyst were trying to fuse into Opal, neither had a problem with Steven seeing this shit. That was before the Sugalite fusion, by the way, so there is no way you can use that inappropriate shit as an excuse. And while Amethyst was throwing that ass in a circle, it's still not sexual in nature. That's just Amethyst being Amethyst. The active fusion in this show has never been sexualized. It's all based on the relationships of the gems involved. Please tell me where the sexualization was in this, or this, or this, or this, or this, or this, because I can't see it.